Matthew Godinez, Assistant Secretary of Commerce with the Kansas Department of Commerce, and I oversee the Quality Places Division. And one of the joys I have is overseeing the Main Street Division here. And we're here today to give out a big check and celebrate a recent rooms grant that we have provided to El Dorado Main Street. We all know that main streets are important. At Main Street, we always like to say downtown is everybody's neighborhood. And one critical thing that we have, not just across the country, but especially in Kansas, is the need for quality housing of all types, multifamily, apartments, single family, all of it. So here at Kansas Main Street, we created the Rooms program that will enable some older, some historical downtown buildings to be fixed up and provide some housing options and drive economic impact to downtowns across Kansas.
My name is Emily Cannell. I have been the director of El Dorado Main Street for over 10 years. I am now a volunteer working on economic vitalization projects that overlap the succession of directors. So the board is allowing me to work on some projects that are not quite tied up yet. Main Street's been involved with the Masonic building for over 25 years. Back in the day, there was a plan for it to be demolished and turned into a parking lot because of a nearby church that thought that would be advantageous for them. And after all, the building was vacant and becoming derelict. We've had 25 years of dereliction in the meantime, with the exception of the ground floor, which was remodeled and occupied for a time with Susie's Chili Parlor, sort of a famous restaurant here in town. So Main Street has had a long role and actually owned the building back then to save it from being demolished.
I'm Tyler Holloman. I am the president of Frontier Development Group, which is the organization that is redeveloping a building that we're standing in. So we were looking for projects actually in El Dorado. We were contacted a broker. We were touring Main Street. This building really jumped out as just an iconic building, but we saw that it was obviously in need of a pretty big facelift. And so that's what kickstarted a 2-year process for us, where we've worked closely with city officials and with the local EcoDevo group to try to envision what this building could become. Our group is based out of Manhattan, but we like to work in downtowns across the state. And so this project fit a lot of boxes for us, and to be able to lead the efforts to revitalize this building and to bring it back into a productive use has really just been an exciting effort that we've been glad to be a part of, and very excited that we are close to being able to actually get construction started on this project. So this building will be turned into 13 moderate income housing units. So we have a mix of 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom apartments. We worked closely with the State Historic Preservation Office and the National Park Service to ensure that the plans that we have for this building were done in a manner that preserves the historic integrity of the building. So features like you see behind me, the stage, the large windows, stuff like that will be retained to the greatest extent possible. And each apartment will have its own hot water heater, its own HVAC, its own washer and dryer. So really all of the amenities you would expect to find in a modern apartment anywhere will be put right here, right back into this building, while also preserving the historic character. I'd just like to say thanks again to the Department of Commerce for this rooms grant, the State Housing Agency, Kansas Housing Resources Corporation provided funding for this. The city and El Dorado Inc. have been really instrumental in stepping up and helping provide funding. So there's been a lot of different people that have been involved over the last 2 years. There's been a lot of different funding sources that we've had to stack up. It is a really ambitious project. We've had a lot of challenges to overcome, but everyone has worked together, including Gravity Architecture. I mean, there's just a host of people that have really come together to see this, or to help make this project feasible. So I'd just like to say thanks to everybody that's worked on it, and we're eager to get started.